Man, I looked up to my older brother so much. And so I think my older brother is 6.5 years older than me. And so at 7 years old, he would have been 13, 14 years old. I remember coming home from school. As soon as I got home, I learned that he had gotten in trouble. And the trouble he had got in, I believe he had taken some money from one of my relatives. At that time, I had a stepdad. He wasn't, well, let me take that back. Not at that time, he wasn't my stepdad. Him and my mother ended up getting married later on, but he was my mother's boyfriend, and he would stay at my home, my mother's home periodically. I remember when my brother got in trouble, we always knew it would be consequences. Growing up, I always knew it would be consequences, when you did something out of order. But this time was different because um, it was my mother's boyfriend who disciplined my brother. And I'll never forget how he did it. We had a garage, and in the garage, what he did, the little thing that hangs over where it lifts the garage and the garage lifts and then it comes back down, whatever that thing is that controls that. But he tied my brother's hands and linked the tie, whatever he was using, he linked it over the bar to tie his hands. And so his hands was up above his head and he was hanging. And he was dangling from the bar and his feet could hit the ground, but he was stuck, like handcuffed with whatever was tied up around him on this bar. And I remember just seeing him like that, and I knew what was coming. Because I got in trouble. I had my tail whooped before. That happened to me before, but not nothing like this. I had never seen nothing like this. You know what it reminds me of? I got a distant cousin. His name is Todd Haley. And Todd Haley is the grandson of Alex Haley. Y'all know who Alex Haley is? Alex Haley is the one who created Roots. As a boy, I remember watching Roots, and I remember they would have Kunta Kinte tied. They was trying to make him accept his name as Toby, and he wouldn't accept it. So they had him tied and they had him hung, and they was just whipping him. When I seen my brother, that's what I thought of. He was hanging there for a minute, like it didn't start yet. And then I remember I'll say my stepdad. I remember him coming finally out and going to the garage, and I knew it was about to go down. And then I left, and I just went in my room, and I shut my door, and I tried to turn up the TV, and I just tried to drown in my room, all the noise, right? So it started happening. He started whooping him with the belt, right, while he was hanging there. And he made him take his shirt off. My curiosity and my care for my brother then made me turn the TV down. Because I don't know, I had to hear what was going on. I had to hear what was going on. And I could just hear the sounds of the hits, and I could hear him screaming. My stepdad, he paused, and he left. I remember him leaving, and so I heard him leave, open the door, so I got up out of my room, and I went to the garage, and I opened the door, and I seen my brother there, and I was trying to comfort my bruh. I was trying to do it and hurry up and do it before he came back. he seen me at the door, and so I left, and I just went back. I didn't say nothing. And he started doing it again, and I can hear it again.